Look at it. Look at the water. You can smell the disease from a mile away. Welcome to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So in the beginning of the game, you're tasked with something simple. Deliver a letter. That's pretty easy, right? Sure. Okay. So on the way, you're going to stop alongside a camp. Well, what you deem as an appropriate campsite that is. And you're going to meet your little mutt. Run around, feed him, command him, whatever you want to do. Hey, buddy, heel.
Sit.
Stay put. Sit.
Stay.
There you go. Nice dog, okay? Don't sit.
Good boy.
It's fine.
Good
Nice.
boy.
Yeah, love you. And if you're anything like me, you're going to venture back to those smelly, disease-ridden waters just so you can get a real whiff. Just so you know, I got early access to smell-o-vision, that's been going around the rumors.
Can we start with the sword play?
Pause. This game's blowing up on Steam. It's a really good game. Great game. There's no reason it shouldn't be blowing up. But a lot of people out there are saying it's woke. So, whatever you want to take from it, sword play can mean whatever you want, okay? I don't care. I won't judge.
You've got your armor. Good. I won't hold back. Did you deal with that dog of yours? I wouldn't want him gobbling up our supper while we're training.
Don't worry. Oates is cooking up that gruel again. Well, not even a dog would eat.
I never knew you were such a gourmet. All right, let's go. A bit of sword play will give you an appetite.
Let me pull out my stick sword, and just to let you know, I really suck at the combat
Draw
in this
your
game.
sword.
But, hear me out, it's better than before. They've actually
I'll
improved
attack you
upon
a
it,
few
so
times.
kind of
You
watch me sort of kick
Go ahead.
ass. Because if this was on the first game, I would have already failed.
Is that the best you've got? I didn't even work up a sweat.
Oh, you will soon enough. A foe in plate armor has to be worn down.
Let's see it then. Attack properly now. A longer sequence. Enough!
Now you're warmed up, eh?
Yeah. But you're pretty winded yourself while you're attacking. You still have to take care you have strength left to defend.
Save the advice and try it yourself.
Gladly. On guard.
All right, that's enough of that. We've done enough training. Let's get to some action. I don't want to bore you to death.
Men?
Oh, it seems this isn't my day. I knew I shouldn't have bet with you. You've improved since that last time in Ratai.
Okay, so I don't remember the first game too well. I think I lost. I might have won in the game before, but I'm going to go ahead and not be cocky and say that I lost.
Yeah, all right. But I lost in Ratai that time. That was nearly the first time in my life I even held a sword in my hand, though.
Well, forging a sword isn't the same as wielding one.
Oats? What's this food supposed to be?
What's left of our supplies? Tomorrow we'll be at the castle, and we'll get some decent grub.
If you told us earlier, I could have shot a hare. And you could have cooked it like they did in the tavern the day before yesterday.
That tavern where you drank away all your coin?
Ha! You've got to have some fun.
And then you tried it on with the innkeeper's daughter when you were shit-faced.
She was pretty. A real peach. Admit it.
Only a fella was there.
All right, to be a dickhead or not? Got it.
And if he hadn't started acting like a twat, he could have carried on with us until dawn.
He'd have to get his brain out of his crotch for that.
But I still can't figure out how you didn't have a sick head after. Mine was ringing like a church bell all day.
It seems I'll have to give you some lessons in the art of drinking.
Ha! I've got nothing to regret. The whole world turns around wenches. Ain't that right, Henry? You never gave us the goods on that lass of yours. What was her name now?
Teresa. She lived with that crook Peshek at the mill.
And she saved my life.
A brave girl.
Aye. She's a fine lass. And? Is she any good? Like, is she any good? Get me?
Typical, typical, typical. They were always obsessed with the punani back then, the wop, the honeypot, whatever you want to call it. Why? Why were they always obsessed with that? Come on. They always want to know my business. They always want to know, what's it like? Oh, you must not have ever had any, huh? Loser. Who the her? Let's go.
She's my sweetheart. And that's all I'll tell you.
Ah, don't be such a monk. Out with it.
Ah, forget it, you horny goat. This discussion is over.
You know, this travelling isn't too bad.
Apart from the mosquitoes.
Aye. Apart from them.
Where were you yesterday evening, Henry? You were late for supper. That's not what I call watching over our Lord.
Hey, don't make trouble.
I needed a bit of peace and quiet. I had a stroll around, checking out what plants grow here, praying for the success of our mission. Then I came back.
At last, someone with some sense who's not in a hurry all the time.
If I always had to think everything over, but
I wouldn't have rolled in the hay with so many girls if I spent my time just thinking about it.
Thanks for the prayer, anyway.
And what about, time, sir? I mean, will we be getting any time off, sir?
It depends. Once von Berghoff hears us out, we should set off back home immediately.
What? Straight back on the road?
Well, we could stay a day or two, perhaps.
Does anyone know anything more about von Berghoff?
I've already told you all I know. Von Berghoff is a very important nobleman, the royal chamberlain. He administers the country for the king, collects taxes. It's like this. There's the king, then him, then a very big gap, and then me. And we are envoys sent to offer him an alliance.
I heard he insists on having the finest swords, and that he's got a big collection of all kinds of swords and daggers.
Collecting them ain't the same as knowing how to use them.
and is he any good at sword fighting? It ain't nothing easy to learn.
That's because we trained with weapons. They're good in a skirmish, but sometimes it just comes to fists. And putting a fella half a head taller than you on his arse, especially when he thinks he's tough as nails, that's pure poetry.
True, true. Just make sure you're not the one getting knocked on his arse.
I'm surprised you didn't say a sword, since you never stop going on about the sword Istvan Toth stole from you.
That sword is the only reminder I had of Pa. We forged it together, just before he was slain. But that's another matter. I suppose you've heard enough of that, eh?
Well, you know.
Ah, it's all right.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in Istvan's shoes if you ever come face to face with him again.
What? So Radzig ain't dead, though?
Enough, enough. Otherwise we'll be here for hours again hearing how Martin the Smith raised him even though Radzig is his real father. It's complicated, and let's leave it at that. No offense.
Who'll help me tomorrow with getting supplies for the journey back?
We rolled dice for it, and I won, so Conrad goes.
What are you on about?
Enough. Oath, you're no fun at all. There'll be a feast at the castle tomorrow, so forget about supplies.
Anyone for another helping? There's plenty left. Maybe even a bit for morning.
No thanks. I must wash myself down a bit.
My words exactly. We can't turn up at Trotsky tomorrow in this state.
Let's go and strip, Henry. Fellas, come and help us get out of this armor.
Are you really going to bathe here, Sir Hans? It don't look none too safe a spot to me.
Oh, don't be such an old woman, Oates. Bring some wine to warm our blood.
Yeah, we're not on a trip to the baths here, Sir Hans.
Henry's right, sir. Duty first, fun later.
God's wounds. I haven't been away from Rattay in ages.
So, here, I intend to live a little.
Blasted iron shirt. Oh, what a relief. I feel like I've just shed 40 pounds.
Christ. Will I ever live to see his young lordship finally grow up? He's got a good heart, but he doesn't have the sense that he was born with.
Well, responsibility will catch up with him soon enough, though.
There's more chance of me becoming a monk.
Look at that thick booty. I mean, you know, not that I'm looking, even though I told you to look. But now you're looking. I know. I know you are. It's okay. It's just us.
That's a view fit for a king.
Whew. You were right about our stench.
Let's hope this water isn't too cold. You wouldn't want your pride and joy shrinking.
I'm more worried about it being too deep.
Come on. Oh, that really shrivels the old ball sack.
What's the matter?
Females! Let's go to them.
Sir Hans!
Oh, shut up and let's go. But quietly. We don't want them to spot us.
Hans! Oh.